Hi, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to do question 1 to 10 of the mini test 4. Okay? This is the foundation tier. So starting with question 1, we are asked to find 10% of 64. The easiest way to learn 10% is to be able to work out what 10% is. It's basically just to divide by 10. If in the future you're asked to find what 1% is, you can divide by 100. This is the two very key components to remember. Okay, so divided by 10, so that would give you 64 divided by 10, 6.4. And that's the answer for question 1. Question 2, find the product of prime factors of 24. So far in the lessons, I've illustrated using a factor tree. So do the same as well. Find two numbers that will multiply to get 64. So you can do the traditional one: I eat, I sit on the floor, which is 8 and 8. Now, if it is a prime number, you circle it. So if it is not, it's a composite number. So 8 is a composite number. So you carry on extending the tree. So let's go for an easy one. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. Here's my first prime number. Just to let you know, 2 is the only even prime number. Okay? So 4, 2 times 2, and 2 times 2. Circle the prime numbers, and that's our factor tree completed. So this is generally what students write and draw, and they forgot to answer the actual question itself. And the question said, write it as a product of its prime factors, and product means multiply. So if we write 64 is equal to all the prime factors multiply together, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that is the final answer, and that's the answer they're looking for. Now, if you want to be a bit smart and impress the examiner, you can write this in using the indices, and it's 2 to the power of 6. Okay, so 1 mark for this and 1 mark for the answer. Okay, so it's very important to show working now. Now on to question 3. Question 3 is to multiply two numbers. Unfortunately, one of the number is a decimal number. There's many ways to do this. So far, what our students tend to like is that they use something called the Chinese method. So, question 3, to multiply 34.7 by 86, 3-digit by 2-digit number, so you draw a grid like this, 3 by 2 grid. Split each of the boxes into triangles going this way. It must be going this way. Write the 347 on the top, 86 there. If you like, you can put a dot there. Okay, so it's multiply, so you're going to multiply the numbers in such a way such as this square, this box will be 8 times 7, 8 4s 32, 8 3s 24, 7 6 42, 6 4s 24, 6 3 is 80, like so. You can see is kind of a diagonal pattern, so what you need to do for the final step is to add them in groups like that. So at the right hand side first, so I've got a 2. 6 plus 4 plus 4 is 14. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 7, 17. Add the 1, 18. Carry 1 forward. 4 plus 3 is 7. 8, 9. And then just 2. So now we need to put a decimal point. Well, since 86 is roughly 90, and 34 is roughly 30, so 90 times 30 is roughly 2,700. So I'm expecting a number in thousands, so the most appropriate place to put the dot is there, in thousands. So the answer is 2984.2, 2984.2. So that's how you do it. This is the most used by our students here. Next time, in a different video, I'll use the traditional colossal column method. Okay. So question 4. Share £36 in the ratio of 2 to 7. The way I like to do this is using a visual diagram to represent that. Imagine I've got some coins, but I don't know the face value of it. So I can draw 2 coins, followed by 7 coins. Since I don't know the face value, but each of the coins are an equal amount, and all these are worth 36. So all I have to do is go 36, share between 9 coins, and then that way I can find out what one coin is represents. So 9 how many 9 going to 36? 4. And I write 4 on each of the coins to show the face value. So this person here is going to get £8, and this is going to be 4 lots of 7, which is 28. Just double check, 28 at 8. Is it 36? If it is, you're most likely to get this right. Okay, so that's ratio problem. Number 5. Okay, it is 4 cakes, and it's £4.80. How much would 5 cakes cost? Now, this sort of exam is going to try and get students to know how to work out using what we call the unitary method. What is 1 worth? So £4.80 divided by 4. So they're going to want to see a division method. So if you like to call this, traditionally it's a division bracket. Some students now call this the bus stop method. So how many 4 going to 4? 1 time, no carry forward. So decimal point go there. 4 going to 8 twice, 4 going to 0, 0 times. So it means 1 cake is actually £1.20. So for 5 cakes, you've got to do £1.20 times 5. So I'll just show you the column way. So 5 0 is 0, 5 2 is 10, 5 1 is 5, add the 1, £6. So the answer to this problem for 5 cake is £6. Okay. So number 6. Simplify 7 times 3 times b times t. In algebra, we don't write the time sign. So first, b and t, you just put b and t together. If you see the number you can times, why not just simplify it? 7 times 3 is 21. And then just put them together, 21 bt. Done. Okay. So number 7, when we times fractions, we times the top, then times the bottom. 2 times 1, 2, 7, 3, 21. And for part B, 5 over 12, take away 1/4. Now, examiner is going to want to see that you cannot take away fractions just by 12, take away 4. They're not in equal proportional slices. So what you could see as an opportunity is to change the quarter into 12s. So how many 4 makes 12? So if I do it like this, it may be easier to see. So 4 times 3 makes 12, so you must scale the top by 3 as well. So this is what we call an equivalent fraction. Okay, so this is in year 4, year 5, year 6. 5 take away 3, so when you take away, you only take away or add the numerators. So that's if you 2 over 12. Some students leave the answers like that because it doesn't say specifically said you need to simplify. So you can cancel that down to 1 over 6 for much better looking answers. Okay. So that's number 7. I'm going to finish off with number 8 because that's all the time I've got for this time round. So number 8, one of a more popular question now. So, okay. So it's asking you to write the ratio of the number of green counters to the number of blue counters. So based on what I just said, green to blue. So this is a ratio representation. So how many greens are there? It's 28 to how many blue there? 35. So it does say give your ratio in its simplest form. So that's 1 mark already. To simplify, it's like fractions. What number go into both numbers? What's the highest number that go into both numbers? Well, it's 7. So if you divide both sides by 7, you get that. Okay? So that's your final answer. That's your 1 mark working out. It's pretty easy. Okay? But if you have not seen this before, obviously it could create a lot of questions there. Actually, I can do number 9 and 10 very quickly. 7 over 10, well, just to let you know, fractions is division. So, just to prove my point, it's a division sign. So, it's 7 divided by 10, so it's 0.7. Okay, so the student needs to be good at divide by 10, divide by 100, or times 10 times 100. Okay, so number 10, to finish off, when you times indices where the base are the same, letters or numbers, all you have to do is to add the indices. This is the simplified version. Now, if you don't remember this, all you have to do is turn a squared into a times a, and times a to the power 4, which is a times a times a times a, and actually, look, it's a6. So, onto the division. If it's times, you add the indices when you divide. So B15 divided by B5 is equal to B10. Make sure it's power of 10. Some students write like that, okay, which is wrong. Okay, don't do that. Okay, so lastly for question C. Simplify C cubed to the power of 3. Now, all you have to do is just times them. Now, if you don't remember, power of 3 means C3 times C3 times C3, 3 lots of times. So when you do that, you can go back to using this method. When you times, you add the indices. So C to the power of 9, which is much easier if you know the rule, 3 times 3 makes 9. And that's how you do mini test 4. Thank you for watching.